every week I have somebody coming by the law firm or call and ask me a question about their driver's license status. So I want to make a quick video showing you how to check your Florida driver's license status, as well as how to troubleshoot problems with your license if it's suspended or if you just found out it's suspended. So let's get into that next. So let's get onto our good friend Google here, and let's type in check my Florida driver's license. We'll do that right now. Hit enter, and then what you'll see, obviously this first one is an ad. If you didn't know that, see that ad written there. They want you to click there. They paid for that. When you type in anything with your driver's license, you're going to get some people that you're going to get some results that aren't necessarily Florida DHSMV. And if you look right here, myfloridalicense.com, that's probably not a legit state of Florida website. Same thing, stateofflorida.com. That has nothing to do with the state of Florida. A lot of those websites provide good information, but I'm a big believer, just go straight to the source. The one we're looking for here is Florida HSMV, highwaysafetymotorvehicles.gov, and then it has a DL check here. So we're going to click on this link. That's going to bring us in here into this window here. It's pretty self-explanatory. Enter your driver's license number, type in the characters, and get past the search bot thing. BR3RB. Good. Okay, so I happen to have my driver's license memorized, and you'll see on here that my license is valid. Thank the Lord. Okay, so Class E license, no restrictions, no endorsements, no motorcycle endorsement, when my license expires, and your ability to purchase a driver's history. 3 year, 7 year, 10 year, lifetime, I believe is what they have it broken down to. Down below that, talks about what you're eligible for traffic schools. You can get 1 per year. You can do 1 traffic school per year or 5 in a lifetime. So if you've attended one this year, it'll say you are ineligible instead of eligible here. Your information is up to date or private, marked private with DHSMV. Your social security number has been verified. I don't know if you recall back after 9/11, they had the Real ID Act go into effect. And so now just about everybody with a driver's license, every state's complied that they have to show your social security number, birth certificate, and all that type of stuff to keep your driver's license valid. So that's pretty easy. If that's what you came here for, to check just your driver's license to see the status of it, you're good. You're probably already gone. But I'm guessing that a few of you have bigger problems than that. And you don't know what your driver's license number is. Where do you find it? The cops took it. Who knows? So we're going to dive into that a little bit more. And then we're also going to troubleshoot somebody's driver's license problems that came into my office today. And we'll just talk about that as well. So we're going to go back to our friend Google and go to type in the Orange County Clerk of Courts. This is only going to work if you've received a traffic ticket in a particular county or if you've been arrested in a particular county, because you need to look up your court records for that event, and that's where we're going to find your driver's license number. So if you don't have that, then you're kind of out of luck. You're probably going to have to call somebody. I don't know. I don't have an answer for you right there. There's a way to get your driver's license number. You just got to figure it out. Once you find the Clerk of Court's website, there is 2 things on here that look similar, but we're only looking for one of them. And search records is right here is what we're looking for on the Orange County Clerk of Court's website. Sometimes it says court records, depending on which county you're in, search records, but it generally doesn't say official records. If it says official records, you're probably talking about some type of deed or mortgage or some type of official document, and that's not where we're at or where we're going. So we're going to do here, click on records search, and I'm going to type in the name of my guy. And then I'm going to hit the I'm not a robot checker. This is going to bring us up everybody by that name that's in the Orange County system dating back to who knows when. But you'll see here there's different dates of birth. And I need to verify I'm getting the right guy. Client would be pretty mad if I gave him bad information based on the wrong ticket or wrong driver's license number. All right. So now I got the date of birth situated. We're looking at these cases all throughout here, and we're in particular looking for a traffic infraction or a criminal traffic charge. Now, we can tell the difference between the criminal traffic and traffic infraction and other charges is because the criminal traffic will have a CT letter in the middle, and the traffic infractions will have a TR. These other ones may or may not have the driver's license number in there, and it may help you out. But we know that a traffic ticket is most likely going to have a driver's license number on there, so we check there first. So let's go here. We'll check on this one. Click here. We'll scroll down. A lot of good information here we can go over, but not today. So if that's something you're interested in, if you'd like a detailed analysis kind of like this on the Clerk of Court's website, then let me know. We'll do that as well. All right, so if you're looking at the uniform traffic citation about halfway down, not quite a halfway, you'll see the driver's license number right across the top. We're going to take that number, carry it over, and this is what we come up with. So quite a bit different than my situation where it showed up as valid. His shows canceled, suspended, revoked, disqualified, or withdrawal. Now, each one of those terms has slightly different meanings technically, but for his purposes, it just means he can't drive. If you're trying to troubleshoot a problem, though, depending on which one of these is effective, will help you identify where the problem and what the solution is to get your license back valid. Okay, so let's scroll down here and let's look at these problems that he has. We're talking about his license has been canceled. Under Florida State Statute 322.08 subsection 7, he has a 12 points within 12 months suspension. He has a FR suspension 4 points. And then he also has an issue with a fail to pay court fines. And we're going to go through each one of these so you get an understanding of what I'm going to do to troubleshoot to get him his license back. Okay, so this DL canceled under 322.08 subsection 7 isn't really a big deal. You're not allowed to have a driver's license and identification card at the same time. So when his license was suspended, chances are he needed to do some banking or needed an ID card for some type of identification for work purposes or whatever. And he goes in the driver's license office, says, hey, I need a new ID card. They say, you know, your license is suspended. We can't give you a license. He said, yeah, I know. So I asked for ID card. And so they give him an ID card. It's a different color, but the number on there is the same. So if it's red, it's an ID card. And I don't know what the colors are now. The driver's license just changed recently. So the only reason this first one's in effect here is because he got an ID card. So that's a non-issue. We could have that fixed as soon as he can get his driver's license back. So we're going to ignore that one. And if you notice, see that it says cancellation? That's going to match something up here. It was canceled. The driver's license office canceled it, not for any reason, but for him getting an ID card. Okay, so let's move forward. 12 points within 12 months. If you get 12 points on your license in a 12-month period of time, your license gets suspended for 30 days. So his effective suspension date in December of 2018 means that he would be eligible to get his license back in January of 2019. He just has to jump through a couple hoops to get that. It essentially costs him like $100 to get that wiped off. He's got maybe $200. He's got to attend a traffic school. It's going to cost $50, and he's got to pay like $130 for a license reinstatement. And that would be checked off that list, and that would be wiped off. We would have the first two down, gone, $200 out the door. The next one's a little bit more complicated, the FR for points. Now, FR stands for financial responsibility. It generally means an insurance problem, but not always. I've seen it mean other things. In this particular case, I can't tell you exactly, I can't tell him exactly what the problem is because it's just not totally clear. I can speculate that because this FR suspension was placed at the same time as the point suspension, that the driver's license office has dictated or mandated that he obtain an SR22 insurance certificate in order to get his license back. So that means he has to get a higher premium class of insurance for a year-long period, however long they designate, in order to get his license. So until he shows that, that will show up as suspended. Now, I'm only 95% positive on that. I'd be pretty confident. Before he spent any money on SR22 insurance, I'd tell him to call DHSMV, give them that case number right there, and then we'd find out for sure. So far we've tackled the first three. The first one, non-issue. The second one, 12 points within 12 months. He needs to attend a traffic school, pay the reinstatement fee. The FR for points, I'm 95% sure he just has to get an SR22 insurance certificate. That is going to be probably, double his insurance rates. If you're an insurance broker, let me know in the comments below what the insurance rates are. What can I give for a number? And if you have an insurance broker or you know an insurance broker that specializes in high-risk drivers, why don't you put their contact information down below as well? It might help some people out. Anyways, let's see. So let's move on to fail to pay the criminal or financial obligations. This big boy right down here at the bottom. Now, if you look across here, this effective date was January 23rd, 2019, and it has a warrant number. I don't know why they use warrant number. I'm sure it has some type of internal reference, but it's not a warrant from the standpoint that you traditionally think like, oh, I have a warrant out for my arrest. That's not what that means. We do know that it's within Orange County though, because this is Orlando, says Orlando, Florida is the place, the courthouse address. So if you don't know what county Orlando's in, you can copy and paste that address in and you figure it out that way, or you can look up the area code of 407 and you can find out what county that courthouse is in so you know what clerk of court to go to. With that being said, we're going to go back over to the clerk of court's website and we're going to look for this number because this 2016 CF0AO is going to match up with one of these numbers over here. So we're going to scroll down these charges and try to figure out why the license was suspended here. So he went with a PD on this one, Office of Public Defender. He's facing a concealed carry charge, possession of alprazolam, possession of cannabis, possession of paraphernalia, and resisting officer without violence. We have all these case dispositions here. So there's certain criminal charges that will automatically result in the suspension of your driver's license, but none of these charges and dispositions would do that. So we got to have another problem there. So let's scroll down to the bottom and see if there's any money owed. That's usually, yep, there we go. So a balance of $817. I'm now 99% confident. I know why the driver's license is suspended. And let's go back. What was that date again? January 23rd. So let's go back and see what happened on January 23rd. Yep. So it looks like the case on January 23rd was sent to collections. On December 20th, 2018, the court notified DHSMV to go ahead and suspend the license. That process took approximately 1 month to take place, and now his license is suspended. So what does he do here? We got the first three things resolved. We understand the solution for those. It's going to cost him a few $100. Well, probably about $500 total, $600. And now we got this other issue. We have $800 in collections through Lineberger Collection, whatever that company is. So he's going to have to get on the phone with them and work out a payment plan. He'll probably have to put about half the money down, have to talk to them, figure out exactly what they're going to require, and set up for payments. So once he does that, they will notify DHSMV that, hey, this guy's license, he's back on track. You can go ahead and lift that suspension. Once that suspension's lifted, he'll have to pay a reinstatement fee of $100 here. And if all these other things are taken off, he'll have his license back. So we're probably talking about $1,000 out of pocket to get his license back. Probably take about a week or two to get this done. And he'd have to finish making these payments, that $800. So he's probably talking about, $1,300, $1,400 to be free and clear with his license. And he hasn't had one since 2018. He finally came to me today and it looks like we're getting his license back. So just had to figure it out. It's a mess sometimes not knowing what's going on. If you need help with your license, that's a service we provide. So if you want to do it on your own, certainly you can. If you have problems and you're in Florida and you need help with it, give me a call. We'll give you a decent price on it. We'll just get it figured out, help you walk through the process. Have a good one.